Well, what's going on there, Flyers Nations? Um, yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a minute since I did my Flyers video. Um, yeah, a long time actually. I know, but there's really not much to discuss since the last time I made a Flyers video. But all they've been doing is losing, and I've been saying, you know what, let the Flyers lose. Okay, let the team sucks, because it's how you get good again. Okay, I don't want veterans to help the Flyers to do better. I want a generational player to help the team out, and that's what we want as Flyers fans. And obviously this is the second consecutive year for the Flyers to face elimination in their regular season for the first time since the early '90s. And I remember that too, going back to the Eric Lindros era. And Eric Lindros was the first player that I followed back in 1992. That was like 30 years ago. That was 30 years ago. Yeah. Speaking of which, it'll be 30 years to be exact that Eric Lindros got drafted. My God, where has the time gone? But yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, we're good. Wanted to make sure that the camera was on. But yeah. Yeah, it's been, it has been, but it has been a long time. But anyhow, the trade deadline, it's been, without further ado, congratulations to Claude Giroux for making his 1,000th game for playing as a Philadelphia Flyer. That was probably the only best game that I've seen for the Flyers when Claude Giroux made it to his 1,000th career game. That was probably the only game for 2022 that I really enjoyed. And he's off to the Florida Panthers, and congratulations to him that he's playing for the Florida Panthers now. And I'm happy for him. Hopefully he does. Hopefully he does better stuff for the Panthers. And then Keith Yandle, on the other hand, who the hell knows what's happening in his issue here? He doesn't mean anything to me, with all due respect. Big frickin' deal for Ryan Ellis. He only played 4 games and then hasn't played all season. And Ristolainen and Cam Atkinson, I've said this after Easter. Let the Flyers suck. Let them lose out for the rest of the way. This way we can get a better draft pick. And right now, at the Seattle Kraken plays against the Winnipeg Jets this afternoon today. Today is, I guess that's their makeup game, I would imagine. But I'm rooting for the Jets because if the Jets beat the Kraken, then the Flyers go back. The Flyers will go to the number 3 draft pick. Right now, the Flyers are currently in 4th place for the draft pick for 2022. But as of right now, the Montreal Canadiens will get the number 1 draft pick, and then the Arizona Coyotes will get the number 2 draft pick. And right now it's a toss-up between the Flyers and the Seattle Kraken. I actually want the Kraken to win. This way, the Flyers can fall to number 3. But and with the Flyers organization this year has been atrocious. I want Dave Scott and Chuck Fletcher. They just haven't gotten the Flyers together in the organization. They haven't been putting the pieces together. But hopefully we'll get Danny Briere as the GM next year, and I'm hoping as the Flyers head coach we can either get Rick Tocchet or John Tortorella. And then you might actually have Paul Maurice into the mix here. But we could get or maybe even Bruce Boudreau. I don't know. But those are the 2 picks my 2 choices. I would love to get either Rick Tocchet or John Tortorella. That's right. Not John Torchetti, who's the Flyers' assistant coach. Typically they call it Minnesota East with Mike Yeo and John Torchetti. With all due respect, those are not the right guys. And Mike Yeo, the Flyers head coach, he really hasn't had success here. I like him as a person. He was a great coach for the Minnesota Wild, and he was a good coach for the St. Louis Blues. But he's not that great for the Philadelphia Flyers. And I forget who the Minnesota Wild head coach is right now. But I do know that Billy Guerin is the GM for the Minnesota Wild, and he's doing a good job. And Craig Berube is still coaching for the St. Louis Blues, and their team has been doing successfully. And speaking of which, the Tampa Bay Lightning may win their 3rd Stanley Cup. They've been outstanding. With Kucherov, Stamkos, and Hedman, and Vasilevsky has been lights out for the past couple of years for the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm sure Carter Hart will get better as things progresses. For next season, I will give him another season. It's not his fault. It's certainly not Carter Hart's fault. But I just want one damn good year in the future. It may not be next year, but maybe in a couple of years we'll get better. Who the hell knows? But I do want the Flyers to get better, but I don't care if they suck next year. But that's how you get better. And listen, I'm still listen. As you all know, I'm still a diehard Flyers fan. Okay, win or lose. People came up to me recently and said, "How could you still watch the Flyers? How could you still watch the Flyers? They're a bad team." I'm like, listen, I'm still a Flyers fan, win or lose. Okay, that's part of being a real fan. Okay, I've said this to you for a number of years that I'm still a Flyers fan, win or lose. Okay, I still wear a Flyers t-shirt and hat and a jersey because that's part of being a real fan. In other words, you'll always be there for somebody, going through tough times. And right now, the Flyers are physically going through tough times. I Dave Scott and the Comcast Spectacor, they've been absolutely awful. The Flyers haven't got things right since Ed Snider passed away, and it's 6 years already that for the passing of Ed Snider. Ed Snider was the best, and nobody can do it better than Ed Snider did. But it's gonna be a busy off season for the Flyers this coming summer. We got the draft lottery coming up. We got the NHL playoffs tomorrow, I believe. Tomorrow is Monday, and today is officially May 1st. But it's hard to believe that today is the season finale of season of the Philadelphia Flyers. I think it's season. I think I'm going on season 7 next year. Where has the time gone? So I can't believe today is the season finale of the season of the Fan of the Flyers already. Hard to believe. Hard to believe. But it's I have been busy. I haven't had time to make videos. Dealing with a bunch of stuff with family and also life happens. Life happens to all of us here. But I want to check how many minutes I am in this video. I'm about over 12 minutes in this video. But yeah, it's been a long time since I did the season of the Fan of the Flyers video. But I will try to get back into it next season. But this is a very big topic here. I don't want to. Forgive me if I'm making this video longer than I anticipate. But I'm just trying to catch up with in the most recent days what the Flyers have done. They wrapped up their season the other night against the Ottawa Senators. They lost 4-2, I believe, and they lost to the Blackhawks and the Winnipeg Jets. But believe it or not, they actually won against the Pittsburgh Penguins. But figure that one out. I guess the Penguins were resting the players. But look, I'm always going to be a fan of the Flyers. Okay, win or lose. Hopefully, the reason why the Flyers fell apart real fast was Ryan Ellis got hurt within after he played 4 games. We don't know what the hell we still don't know what the hell happened to him. And they're saying he might not play next year. You know what? Who cares? I don't. You know what? The hell with Ellis. Okay? The hell with him. And also Sean Couturier is out for the season, and Kevin Hayes was hurt for a while, and we brought Kevin Hayes back, but it still didn't help the Flyers get better. That's part of the reason why the Flyers went downhill real fast, because of Ryan Ellis, Sean Couturier. He was badly hurt, and then required surgery, and he would be out for the remainder of the season. And then Kevin Hayes got hurt, but I'm glad he came back. But still, a loss is a loss. And but with Claude Giroux, with the Claude Giroux trade, we got Owen Tippett, but he's been okay, not great, but okay. But the players that helped us out for the Flyers was Jackson Cates and Noah Cates and Bobby Brink. You bring Bobby Brink into the National Hockey League for the Flyers, and I think the kid will be good in the future. I'm going to give him a season and see what Bobby Brink does. And I'll give Carter Hart another season for the Flyers next year. And he was out for the season, and then you had Matt Jones being the starting goaltender, and then Sandstrom being the backup goalie. And but I do, as far as the rest of the players, I do think Provorov, Konechny, and Sanheim will return next year. I'm hoping if Sean Couturier gets healthy next season, hopefully they'll make him the captain. We'll see. I mean, you made Chris Pronger the captain, and he gets hurt. So, as much as I would like to see Sean Couturier be the captain, I don't want him to risk his chances on getting hurt again if he does become the captain. But boy, I would love to see that. But it may or may not happen. But interesting years. For this Flyers season, I got to meet Brian Propp. He's a very nice person, and he had a stroke about a couple years ago, but he looks better. One of the nicest man you ever want to meet. And I met Bernie. I saw Bernie Parent. I met Bernie Parent like 12 times. He's one of the nicest men you ever want to meet. And I love his accent. And he tells great stories. Love his accent. He still does through today. But but look. With that being said, I will always be a Flyers fan. I would like to see the Flyers win the Stanley Cup before I'm dead. But we'll see. It's been 45 plus years since the Flyers have won the Stanley Cup with the Broad Street Bullies back in the day, and also, I've said this to you before, and I'll say it again, and not to take anything away from Ron Hextall, he was a very good goaltender. But if Pelle Lindbergh didn't wreck his car, if Pelle Lindbergh didn't wreck his car, and if he didn't die in a car, and if he would have survived in a car accident, or hasn't done anything stupid back in 1985 with his Ferrari, I think the Flyers would have won the Stanley Cup in 1987 with the Edmonton Oilers, and also I think the Flyers would have won the Stanley Cup in 1997 against the Detroit Red Wings with Pelle Lindbergh. With all due respect to Ron Hextall, he was a good goalie. But I think Pelle Lindbergh would have taken us to the Stanley Cup and bring the Stanley Cup to Broad Street. That's and I was alive back then too. I was 8 years old in 1987, and I was 18 years old in 1997. And and then the Flyers back then, the Flyers made it almost this far to win the Stanley Cup in 2010. I mean, you had Michael Leighton. He was good, but he wasn't great. But anyhow, I'm over 20 minutes in this video. Thanks again for hanging with me to do this video. I know it's a very long video this time, but I had to break this down to you. It's been over a month, 2 months since I did my last video of Season of the Fan of the Flyers. But anyhow, you take care now, and I will have another season next year. I will have another season of the Fan of the Flyers. I think it's season 7, if I remember correctly. It would have been season 9, but I took two. I had to take a couple seasons off because life happens. But we'll see what the Flyers do in the NHL draft. And I hope to have another video soon. It won't be Season of the Fan of the Philadelphia Flyers related, but I might have like a pickup video to show you. But you take care, and we'll see what the Flyers do in the off season. And listen, you all enjoy the NHL playoffs coming up. It's gonna be fun to watch, with the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. With you have Austin Matthews, you have John Tavares playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Former Flyer Wayne Simmons taking on Steven Stamkos, Victor Hedman, and Kucherov, and the Tampa Bay Lightning, which will be tomorrow. That's going to be a great game. The Edmonton Oilers, that's going to be a great game to watch in the West against the Calgary Flames. But all right, everybody, you take care, and I just want to say, I just want to thank thank you to all the Flyers fans out there for hanging in there. And, hopefully the Flyers will be fun again to watch. That's what everybody's hoping. But, all right, and you guys take care now. All right, take care then. All right, take care. Bye-bye.